Call this regular meeting to order of the City Commission of Rio Grande City. It is Wednesday, January the 11th, 2023. It is 6:11 p.m. and it is Commission Chambers here at City Hall, 5332 East US Highway 83, Suite A. First order of business, we have item 1A, called to order, invocation and pledge of allegiance. So we'll have the invocation by Commissioner Escobedo, the pledge of allegiance by Commissioner Olivares.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, we ask you that you continue to bless the city, and we ask that you give us wisdom and understanding, that you can help us move forward as a commission in the city. We ask that you protect all our employees that are out there every single day servicing our community. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Commissioner Escobedo, Commissioner Olivares. Next business and orders, item 1B, roll call and finding of quorum.
Mayor Villarreal.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Ramirez.
Here.
Commissioner De Leon.
Here.
Commissioner Olivares.
Here. Commissioner
Escobedo.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you. Next item is 1C, public forum. Do we have anyone signed up for public forum?
No, Mayor, we don't
Okay.
have anything.
For the record, no one signed up for public forum. Next item is 1D, departmental reports.
Yes, Mayor, we have a couple. We also have some of the things that get recognized. It's, Becky, if you want to come over.
Good evening, Commissioner, Mayor, and guests. It is my pleasure to introduce two very special young ladies. Both of these young ladies are well-rounded individuals who have a love for reading and a passion for animals and volunteering in their community. Daniela Garza is the 17-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Alex Garza and is a senior at Rio Grande City High School. And Nayetzi Ramirez is the 10-year-old daughter of Simon and Abigail Garza and is a 5th grade student at Roel and Celia Sainz Elementary. Representing our great city of Rio Grande City, it is my honor to introduce Miss Rio Grande City Daniela Garza and Little Miss Rio Grande City Nayetzi Ramirez.
We'll start with Mengasa. Would you like to say a few words?
I'm just very honored to be representing the city, to have this title, and I hope to make you guys proud, make the city proud, by representing the local city.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And Little Miss Ramirez, would you like to say a few words? No? Let's come up front so we can take a photograph.
And we have some flowers for yourself.
Family would like to join us. Family, if you wish.
Mayor.
Oh, yes, that'll work. And here we have the top. Yeah. Very good. Okay. We're going to do one of my four, then we'll count. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. One more. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll just do it. Here we go. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and that. Awesome. Thank you.
And to the parents, would y'all care to say something? Wish to?
We're very honored. I'm very honored that, that she was chosen.
Come in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Chief?
Mr. Aguirre, got some information.
Mr. Aguila, how are we doing, sir? There you go.
Good evening, Mayor Commissioners. We're almost done with our tackle and flag football. But last week, I got a phone call from Edinburgh Parks and Rec Director inviting us to create a 6th grade football all-star team. So we are gonna join. It's gonna be Rio, Edinburgh, PSJA, and FAR. We're gonna be 4 teams. We will be playing in Edinburgh, all games. There will be 4 games. So you are invited next Friday. It'll be our first game. I know their city commission is gonna be there, so I don't know but you are more than welcome. I have the schedule, I could give it to y'all. The first game, we're gonna be facing FAR.
How are you gonna manage selecting the all-stars, or who's
The
selected?
coaches.
The coaches. I'm
They're the
sure it's
ones
gonna
that
be a
work with-
challenge, right?
They're the ones that work with the kids, so,
Yeah.
I mean, out of the 3 teams or the 4 teams that we have, they got the best kids.
Do we have like a main coach for the all-star team or?
Yes,
all coaches?
no, we have those coaches. Those 5 coaches will be coaching those kids. So it's gonna be our same coaches that help us all year with the kids.
Which uniform will they be using?
We ordered some from Signworks. It's gonna be Rio Grande City All-Stars.
Okay. And
Gonna be red with white.
Gonna be playing once a week, or is it gonna be
It's gonna be once a week.
once a week?
So we're gonna start on the 20th, and then we're gonna be facing FAR, and then on the 28th, we'll face San Juan, and then the last one is still post TBA. So all the games will be there. Everyone will face
The 20th being on
on a Friday. Friday Night Lights. So everyone's gonna get an opportunity to face each other once, and the one that has the most wins, of course, will be the champion. So I think it's something good for
Where are
our
they
city to
playing?
go out there. In the Edinburgh Stadium, the one where all Edinburgh schools play.
Okay.
Cat Stadium?
Yeah, the Cat Stadium.
What about transportation to all the parents just?
All the parents, they already know and they agreed, and
Okay.
it said it's something nice for our kids to go out there and play against different cities, so it's the first time they make it and we got invited, so
Okay.
Very good.
Send a reminder to all the commissioners.
It's all reminder.
See who's able to.
it's something nice for our kids. Go out there and play, not only with our kids, with different kids, so.
Well, and representing our community,
Yes.
right? Rio Grande City. Fantastic.
And we just started today with our basketball registration, so today was our first day. We got 10 kids, so that's a pretty good number for the first day.
How are we doing with the potential adult leagues?
With the adult league, I know we're looking into starting softball, so it should be around the corner with the softball.
And as far as progress on the Ringo Park,
On the Ringo Park, right now, our guys have been out there. We're looking into, first, we're gonna start off, already looking to different prices to fix the basketball courts.
awesome.
So that's what we're looking first. But right now, everything's cut, everything's clean.
It's gonna be about a 5-year plan to
Yeah,
get it up to its heyday. And then
But the first phase, we're looking there.
Fantastic.
That's the first phase we're gonna attack first.
Do we have lighting out there, Mr. Aguirre?
The lighting,
Lights?
lights, there's there, but they're not working. I don't know if it's the bulb or we would have to get an electrician out there.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know if that will be something, since the county was taking care of that park for a long time. I don't know if they've shut down or shut off the electricity
No, there's light.
to light up the fields and
There's still
the
light.
pavilions and.
Light there is,
See?
but I mean, they don't turn on, I mean, but there is light.
Probably outdated, yeah.
Hey, right now, we've been fixing a lot of, because we already turned on the water, it's working. There's been a lot of water leaks in there, so we've been attacking those slowly.
So why don't you just come up with a plan so we can start addressing some of those concerns, like you mentioned, is the pavilion, basketball courts, the lines and restrooms, and then we can move on to the fields and lights and all that.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Iya. Appreciate
you.
it.
Any other director that wants to make a report?
Any other director, yes, that would like to showcase your department, please feel free.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ms.
Just
Vedas.
wanted to let you all know that McGuire reached out to me to let me know that they're going to be measuring the 1.5 million tank. That's where the logo's going to go. They're going to send a rendition before they actually paint it. The last that I heard that they had was welcome to Rio Grande City. That's what the logo was going to say. He said they hadn't told him anything about rattlers, you know.
And that's gonna be where? Refresh my memory.
So at the old water treatment plant, there is a tank towards the back. It's a standpipe.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the one where it's going to be.
I think
That's
we
what,
discussed, Ms. Beas, leaving the original rattler that was there on the old one that we knocked down.
the same
old
with the
rattler.
two rattlers on the side. Yeah, Rio Grande City, home of the Fighting Rattlers. That's what
But it
the
was the
old
old
ones.
rattler that's coiled, the old rattler that was used in the 80s, I think. I think that was the old tank that was
The 2 million
demolished,
tank on the
correct.
corner.
I think that was a discussion recommendation. We discussed that back months ago or maybe years ago, about keeping that same logo. But I mean, whatever it is the wish of this board or commission, but
Well, we'll present the rendition and hopefully y'all can give the feedback so they can finish that part of the project there. Unless y'all have other questions on any other items, I'll wait for the rest of the agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Bass. Anyone else? Chief Muniz?
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioner.
evening.
Just to make a note, we're gonna have 3D cadets sending out to the academy, starting the academy next week, Tuesday. It's gonna be, the projected ending date will be around May 19th. So we'll be sponsoring three volunteers right now that are volunteers with the department, sponsor them at the academy. So they're gonna be starting this Tuesday, next week.
Great.
Next week. So I just wanted to bring it up, so I'll be aware of that.
So the volunteer fire department, it's paying off going into.
Yes, they show interest, so
All right.
yes, and it's for future, yes, for future
Perfect.
employment.
I do have a question for you,
Yes.
Chief. I know in the past you were looking into fixing some of our water hydrants, and you fixed a lot of water hydrants throughout the city. Have you gone back to see how we're doing in that department, how many more needs to be fixed, or how we're standing at this time?
Well, they are being addressed. I've been talking to Ms. Baez on that. We're going to be starting up again, actually, doing the annual inspections again. So every year, it looks like it's always, something comes up, you know, you might fix 5 or 10, and then all of a sudden, there's new problems, depending every
Right.
year. Right now, we have about 600 hydrants, and we're addressing, I think, closer to 100 hydrants that are not serviceable, but that's involving other water departments. That's within the city limits. That's nothing to do with but we're addressing that right now as it is. But they are addressing the ones, and the main ones inside the
Excellent.
city.
And those were going through those water districts to
Yes.
have them.
To try to see if they can.
We have multiple water districts within Rio Grande
Yes,
City,
we have
so.
multiple departments.
With the ones that pertain to us, we're taking care of. The other
Yes,
ones,
for
we gotta
sure,
go
yes,
through their,
correct.
those districts.
We're prioritizing those ones first, depending on the location and the needs for it. And then from there,
I remember you bringing us a report sometime back But if you can bring it back to us and see how you're serving, that would be great, sir.
Sure, I will, sure.
Thank you for your hard work, sir.
Mr. Munoz, how are those fire hydrants that don't belong to, or that within city limits but belong to other water co-ops, how are those being addressed? If those co-ops refuse or don't have the money to fix them, so how is that helping us?
Well, we are addressing it to the jurisdiction that belongs to. Now, they have to in turn try to make their efforts and fix them. Obviously, they come up with their little excuses and stuff, but I can only address it to them. It's in their jurisdiction. I can, make them fix it or anything like that, but it's been addressed. We've been sending letters to them, to the departments.
That's my point. It gets addressed, it gets reminded. So at what point do we say enough and then they need to get fixed? Or what can we do, Mr. Peña, as far as legally to make sure those fire hydrants within the city limit get addressed?
If I may, Commissioner, about 2 months ago, I met with El Saus and Real Water Supply. I'm scheduling for El Tanque, and we discussed that issue, and their engineer was present. I said, we need to fix it. Many times it was just a valve that was closed. We do have some ex-employees and some current employees that are employed by these other places, so we also asked them to tell their manager, those need to be fixed. Several along the highway on the west side with Real Water Supply, we were able to address together, but we're kind of meeting on
Mr. Mayor, if I may, maybe we could take this matter up in executive session.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Vaz.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief?
Mayor, Commission, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chief.
In regards to the academies, the police department, we opened it up to a public to send actual citizens to the next police academy starting February 6th. We ended up with 12 applicants, and out of the 12 applicants, we did interviews last week. We ended up choosing 4. So out of the 4, it's 3 males and a female. We're going to sponsor to go to the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Council Police Academy in Mission. So they start February 6th. They should be finishing hopefully by the end of this budget year. So we're excited to see if hopefully they all make it through. And we'll present them as our newest officers.
Well, you trained them well, Chief, already, so I'm sure.
So all 4 of them are from Rio Grande City. So,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chief.
Commissioner, regarding the fire department and police department, we have been, as you all know, like everybody else, with positions available for both, they're hard to fill. We've been back and forth waiting, so I brought this plan to you guys as to what the fire and the PD were going to do. We hired homegrown individuals. They'll stay with us for a little bit longer, and we don't have to be competing with the other agencies within our own area. And I think it's going to work. 6 months down the line, we'll have some people to pick out from. So I think Ms. Norma was going to be.
Mayor, Commissioner,
Ms. Foltz.
I wanted to let you all know, first of all, Happy New Year to everybody. But I want to let you all know that I got approached by the Texas State Library and Archives Commission, which is TSLAC for short, and they oversee all public, school, academic, and special libraries in the state of Texas. And we are, in the Public Library Division. They informed me that they haven't had an in-person meeting or workshops in 2020, and they would like to have the first one at Rio Grande City Public Library. So we're looking forward to welcoming different librarians from throughout our area on March 2nd. So it's an all-day workshop. They'll be providing the registration, the speakers, the lunch, and one of the speakers is a recently retired state library director. So we'll have a good group.
Do we need to do anything to prepare for that?
I'm working with Fernando already and Hector, and we are working on just getting the building ready, since we know we had that water heater kind of messed up our carpet, so we just got some estimates to clean the carpet. Other than that, we're going to be moving our tables and chairs and probably borrowing some folding tables so we can add more, because it's about 40 what they're expecting. We already have the drop-down screen and the speakers, and we have a projector, so we should be, good.
How many people are you expecting?
They said approximately 40.
40?
Yes,
Librarians.
yes. And I
Librarians.
also reached out to the church nearby, Primera Iglesia Bautista, just in case, because they have some additional parking space. And they said there wouldn't be a problem for us to park there as well, and besides around the library.
Very good, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Christmas is over, we're taking off. Taking off everything from.
Is it over? We're still in Christmas holiday.
Christmas decorations, and we're on Rattler Drive, cleaning it for tomorrow's grand opening or Wendy's. And we have a new calendar for our citywide cleanup. We'll give it to Becky so she can put it on the website. And do you have any other questions for me?
Are we still offering I guess, citizens to go drop off tires? I've been seeing tires dropped off in different
Yes,
locations.
we don't pick them up like every month, but we do pick some up. And we have that four tires per household. Anybody wants to go and
Yeah, if y'all
drop
can,
them
Hector,
off.
also communicate with the county commissioners that also kind of, that work with us in the city, Kiko and Mr. Garza.
Yes,
I know there's some
yes.
areas there that also belong to their precinct that help us out with those tires, because I know they kind of fall within also their jurisdiction, so.
Yeah, I can go ahead and talk to Mr. Garza and Kiko, yeah.
Also, is there you're providing a calendar for that as well, you were saying?
Yes.
For the.
Yeah, we have it
14 acres?
ready. Me and my assistants worked on it, and we have it ready.
It's just letting the public know that the 14 acres are there for them to take the.
Yes. It'll be open this weekend, and then the last week of the month.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mayor, Commissioners, I want to thank Hector and his crew for all of the work they did over the holidays, getting all the lights up, all the decorations. We could not do what we do without your team. Thank you so much for all that you do and, putting up with us, constantly demanding more lights and more lights. But the reason I'm up here is because I wanted to let the community know there's a couple of events taking place here. Tomorrow, the El Calabazo del Rhino is having a ribbon cutting. They're inviting the community to come out. They have a Facebook page as well if you want to follow their news. At 5:30 p.m., they're going to have a show as well happening from 7 to 9. There is limited seating, so they encourage people to get there early, but they have a menu of different foods, and so we invite the community to come out and support our small businesses in this endeavor. And additionally, and it was mentioned earlier, Rattler Drive is being cleaned up for the opening of Wendy's on Friday. That's at 10:30 a.m. The community is invited. They have a Facebook page as well, where I believe they've announced some promotion for like the first 100 customers. So just prepare for a lot of people, because everyone's going to want a Frosty.
Free burgers for life? Or
I'm not sure, but we're really excited for them. I know they had a little struggle just because of the construction supplies were delayed, but they're finally opening, and so we're looking forward to that happening this Friday. Next week, we have the annual Winter Texan Expo, and we're excited about this year's event. We know that our Winter Texans love to come out to Rio Grande City and enjoy our trolley tours and visit our restaurants. So we're going to go out there for 2 days and, try to get as many tours booked early so that we're not faced with the demand in the spring. But I expect we'll have a really good turnout of Winter Texans this year, and we're looking forward to their continuing visits to Rio Grande City. And that's it for my updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Diego. And thank you to our EDC, by the way, which has been phenomenal as far as sales revenues and It's been an exceptional year, 2022, and we certainly look forward to even bigger and better year this 2023. So with that, I know as Fernando mentioned, as far as the end of Christmas and New Year's and well, we're getting back to business, right? And are we gonna be like those individuals that leave the lights, Christmas lights all year, or are we gonna? No, okay, no, we gotta remove them, right? So.
Mayor and Council, I just wanted to let you know, so for regarding projects on street improvement that we've done.
Great.
Garcia Street has been completed already, the south, the center section and the north section. And that was completed on the 16th of December. We opened those streets, and Encino and Roble has been also completed. They have been done. Intersection of Fairground and Columbus has been done already. They're working on the density tests and all that stuff on Live Oak Street also, and Columbus. So we're working on those two areas right now, Mayor. Okay, on the street improvement projects that we have throughout the city.
I know streets is a huge endeavor when you're looking at the cost of overlays and whatnot, just for, we have, what is it, over 85 miles of streets throughout Rio Grande City. So, but thank you, Mr. Guerra, for.
And another thing that has been, we went out there, started looking for some paving equipment that we're gonna need throughout the city. Hopefully we'll get that thing going for the city to try to save some money and do our own streets, to pave our own streets. And we went out there, so hopefully next week they're gonna be coming in and talking to us about this equipment so we can get it going.
And we need to go in that direction because it is cost savings to the city to be able to at least pave certain areas and maintenance of the streets, and of course the crack fillings as well and so on. So all that is cost savings to the city, so absolutely. And that's when, next week?
Yes, sir. They're gonna be coming into our office out there and talk to us about some paving equipment that we need for the city, so. And we have some millions now, hopefully within 2 to 3 weeks, we're gonna start working on some alleys.
Oh, great.
So we can start laying out some millions for the city of Rio. So, and we're gonna continue having some more for the city. So the detention pond also has been cleaned up on south end of Trophy Street. That 5-acre detention pond that we have.
Back here.
Okay, that has been cleaned up also, Mayor. And we've been doing also some striping throughout the city so we can save some money for the department. So that's what we've been doing, Mayor.
It really is, the more we can do in-house, the more savings overall, right? I mean.
I agree with that, Mayor. I agree with that one.
Thank you, Mr. Guerra, appreciate it.
Thank you all so much.
Mr. Milan, good evening.
Mayor, Commissioners, everybody's standing up, I'll stand up. Just real quick, pretty sure you heard these numbers on the building permits, valuations for commercial and residential. We had for the year of 2022, we had over $21 million worth of investment on building only, on commercial. On residential, we did over $13 million. We had a grand total, including remodels, et cetera, it's over $41 million worth of investment, which is unprecedented since the time I've been at the planning department.
We need to highlight those numbers that the state of the city is right.
Yes, sir. Actually, I want to try to get you the numbers from the previous years also.
Excellent numbers.
On the next meeting, probably you'll be seeing at least 4 or 5 subdivisions, which 2 of them include the re-subdivision of Lot 5D right next to Wendy's for the new oil change place. And also there's a coffee shop, I'm not sure of the name, but I think it's Dutch Brothers, right next to Chili's is a new coffee place.
Yeah.
They had two lots and they subdivided into 1 lot, now they're gonna turn 2 lots, so something else is coming out, we're unaware of what is it. But again, it's coming up on very near future meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, another And it was said a long time ago that nobody would buy coffee here in Rio Grande City, but now I guess, yeah, I guess you're doing well, right? Anyone else? No?
Mayor, just on a couple of notes, we are working on the state of the city. I did talk to Ms. Yen and to Becky today to start that. You should be getting a call from either Becky or Melinda, try to get a day to talk to you, so see what kind of theme you want for that event, and we'll see what the commission wants to do with that event. Also, we did it last year, I think it was last year, 3 years ago by so fast. We did a team building exercise with all the staff. We're looking at that, Commissioner went with us at that point. If y'all want to also join us, and when we get that together, I'll bring you more information as we go forward. I think our staff does a great job. The directors and the workers that are there in the cold 365, working nights and days, they do a great job for the city. And again, we said this is support from the commission and mayor. Nothing will be able to be done if it wasn't for y'all. So thank you all. I think we're done with directors already. 35 minutes in.
Hey, why not? Showcase what's happening in your departments, which everyone's doing so well, so awesome. Next item is 2 consent agenda. Letter A, approval of minutes from previous meetings. Letter A and B, and then B, approval of departmental travel request.
If there's no objection, Mayor, I motion to approve items, consent agenda items 2A and 2B.
I second. Have a motion to approve by Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner Escobedo. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item is presentation, letter A, status presentation by the Texas A&M Agri-Life Extension regarding the Working on Wellness Environment Program.
Mayor, Commissioners, this is part of the comprehensive plan, Texas A&M Agri-Life Extension. You notice the picture, that's at the Veterans Middle School. That's a proposed new connectivity to sidewalks. Okay, well, the always supports transformative changes, improving health of the community, focus on providing expertise and technical assistance in the areas of nutrition, healthy food retail, physical activity, activating the built environment, food systems, and early childcare education. This is all part of the plan. We got Mr. Victor Cantu here in the audience from Texas A&M, if you have any questions also. Okay, some of the current projects, parkland dedication ordinance update. Professor John Crompton, he's also helping us redesign our parkland dedication ordinance. That's per your request also. The library programs, story walk, school connectivity, and the Leadership Academy to work, personally working on the sidewalk project for the city of Rio Grande. We have some gaps in some areas of town that you walk on the sidewalk and then you have to go to the curb or the street, and we're trying to fill in those gaps through our program. So, if you have any questions for me or Mr. Cantu?
Would you like to add anything to that, Mr. Cantu?
Well, this, I believe we left out the comprehensive plan, which is an ongoing plan from the previous 2022 and started 2021, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we're on the back end of that project, hoping to move forward in the next few months with community engagement survey, and then get those.
We are also having a meeting, next week for the land use map, proposed land use map. I mean, it's not, we still have to bring it back to you all for approval, which will be the base of zoning to the city.
Thank you very much, Mr. Milan, Mr. Cantu, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next item is actually 4A, which is discussion, consideration, and possible action to amend Resolution 2022-3, a resolution approving for the Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant and required matching funds to designate the Deputy City Manager as the grantee's authorized official.
Mayor, Commission. This resolution was passed last year on the 5th of January. It's for a current grant that we're working with. The Office of the Governor asked us if we could amend the wording. Designates the city manager, but they want us to put just deputy city manager.
Okay.
And that's all we need to be able to get reimbursements.
I entertain a motion.
So moved. I second.
I have a motion to approve item 4A by Commissioner Olivares, second by Commissioner Escobedo. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, raise your left. Motion passes. Next, item 5, letter A, discussion and possible action to approve the plans with Half Engineering regarding RGC Street Improvements, Project 2020-.04 for the Las Brisas Subdivision Water Improvements Plan. This.
Mayor and Commissioners, the plans are complete. We're ready to go out for bids. We're proposing for them to appear in the Monitor and the Town Crier, in our website, in the particular site where contractors go looking for work. Brisas will provide an 8-inch line down Wilderness Drive and then turning on Quail Run, and it'll also have a fire hydrant service. Stub outs will be for each of the homes, ready for whenever they're ready to connect. So for some time, we'll be having 2 live lines, the new one and the one that they're still getting service from the back.
Mrs. Veas, can you please remind me, the reason, the other line was too old, why is it we're doing this?
It is a very old type of PVC line, Commissioner, and if you're familiar with the area, they have like brick walls. In between the brick walls and the access to the line, sometimes they're only like maybe 2 feet or less. They've got trees, they're landscaping that have rooted the line, so some of them, they've had some leaks in the back and they can barely fit with a pick to get to it. So before a big major leak happens, we want to, prevent that.
Wonderful.
And this was a line before
Way before
Corporation
the
of City, right?
Way before there.
Okay.
So it's going to benefit that area tremendously?
Yes.
Good. So
And the new fire hydrant will also help.
excellent.
That, and we would need to take care of this before we start paving there too,
That is correct, sir.
right?
Very smart.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll entertain a motion.
Also move, Mayor.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 5A by Commissioner Ramirez, second by Commissioner Olivares. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, left. Motion passes. Next item is B, 5B, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding RFP ENG 22.004, bid for RGC Public Safety Development Water and Sewer Lines Project.
Mayor, this was the second time we would go out for bids on the off-street utilities that's taking water and sewer to the public safety building. We did have only one bid. The other bid came in 4 minutes late. Didn't make it. This bid was above what we have budgeted. So we're asking the council to reject the bids, and that way we can re-advertise along with Las Brisas to make it a more viable project for contractors.
In other words, that one and the Brisas line that we're talking about.
Yes.
Together.
Okay. Any question? Do we entertain?
Doesn't that work can be done in-house with our staff?
Staff can do the 12-inch line, Commissioner, but that would mean them not taking care of some of our leaks. Our foreman is the only one with the CDL, and he's usually the one out with the Vector truck out there in the leaks. We would still have to bid out the sewer part and the crossing, which would just be another additional trench that after the staff would do one.
Okay.
So for it to be done all at once.
All at once.
Yes. Right now, Tractor Supply is finishing off from Rattler Drive to the end of their lot. So from there, it's 20 feet, and then we're basically at the property of the city. And then we're going to turn east to go to the very far end of Track 2 of the Public Safety Subdivision. We'll also have the crossing, and that will take care of that project.
We entertain a motion.
Yes, I
at this
move
time.
that we accept the staff recommendation to not accept the bid for the RGC
I have a
Public.
motion by Commissioner Olivares for item 5B. Second by Commissioner Ramirez. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item, thank you, Ms. Bell. Next item is C, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve and execute modification number 1 for technical assistance agreement, TAA 21-008 and ADBC 21071 for the WWTP rehabilitation and expansion. Oh, that was a mouthful.
Okay. Chief, you want me to go?
Yes.
Yes.
So we have a $260,000 grant from the NAD Bank. This is to provide the feasibility plan and the environmental for the wastewater treatment plant and for the expansion of sewer services all the way to El Quiote, which is the boundary of our CCN for sewer services. We were complete already, or we are complete already with the wastewater, but since these funds are from EPA, Federal Environmental Protection Agency, they wanted it to be complete, including the environmental for all the colonias that are going to be served. So that kind of delayed it, and this agreement needs to be extended so that we can continue getting reimbursed from NAD Bank.
All right. Any questions, or do we entertain a motion at this time?
I do have a question, Mayor. So, Mrs. Vegas, what you're requesting is just more time
More time so we can complete the environmental for the colonias.
for the colonias. So I move item 5C. 5C.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 5C by Commissioner Escobedo.
I second.
Second by Commissioner Leon. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Wait, I couldn't distinguish you. Wait, maybe you should start singing too. Item 5D, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding surplus and auction of city property.
Mayor, Commission. Good evening again. Pretty much the police department has 6 units, oldest being a 2007, all the rest 2010s that are no longer being used. We have used as much as we could off them as parts, so we need permission to auction them off.
Okay, good. We entertain a motion?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 5D by Commissioner Olivares. It was seconded by Commissioner Ramirez. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item is 6, contracts and agreements, letter A. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve several contracts, purchases, payments for several departments, each not exceeding $50,000 or triggering the Texas procurement process, acknowledging that with each contract or agreement over $5,000, city staff contacted at least 2 HUBs in Stark County or were exempt from that process.
Yes, Mayor, there's several payouts. One's for mechanic work, the other one is CCQ, Grande Garbage, and for chemicals and chlorine, and the other one is for paving for IOC for $35,150 for street improvement. The directors are here if you have any questions on any of those.
Any questions, commissioners? Are we ready to entertain a motion at this time?
I move that we approve item, is it 6A?
Yes.
6A.
So motion to approve item 6A by Commissioner Olivares.
I'll second the motion.
Second by Commissioner Ramirez. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item is 6B, discussion, consideration, and possible action to ratify the bank depository contract negotiated and executed by the Deputy City Manager with Lone Star National Bank.
Yes, Mayor, just to ratify the document that's really been executed and approved and signed by the bank and us at the city. Just to keep record of it and put it on the agenda item and be trackable.
Entertain a motion.
I so move item 6B.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 6B by Commissioner Escobedo.
Second.
Second by Commissioner De Leon. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item is 6C. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve an agreement negotiated by Deputy City Manager with Border Affairs LLC regarding bid 09-11-2022-8.
Mayor, this is an agreement that you all told me to negotiate with the Border Affairs. Mr. Garza is here, Roberto Garza is here. If you have any questions for him, we went back and forth with legal and Mr. Garza with this a couple of times already, and we kind of squared it off. This would be a month-to-month basically agreement, and we changed the process based on some of the recommendations, and it'll go with an order to look into grants and how it's paid. We negotiated the prices the same as the other grant writers we had prior, which is $3,000 a month. And Mr. Gas also has some other stuff that he does that he would like the commission to look at in the future after this agreement takes place. And if it's something that works for the city, we could actually look at it and take it forward a little bit later on. But he's here if you all want to ask him any questions. I know that we did talk about some of the grants that we've applied before, and he said that he's worked on all those. He has extensive experience, and he could explain some of that if
anything you would like to add?
Good evening to the mayors, to city leaders, commissioners. It's good to be here. Thank you for your consideration, and thank you for your vote of confidence. We are looking forward to, our team is looking forward to working with each and every one of you and with your city leaders to fulfill those ambitions and that progressive nature that is very obvious. So we're happy to be here, and thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Mr. Mayor and the commission, just if I could, I'm going to point out a misnomer here. It's noted as bid number 09-11-2022A. It wasn't a bid, it was a request for qualification, but the misnomer popped up somehow in how it was posted on the RFQ. Just for the record, it was a response to an RFQ, yeah.
Okay.
Although that number was posted on the RFQ, for all intents and purposes, it was an RFQ.
Mayor, I so move item 6C.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 6C by Commissioner Escobedo, second by Commissioner Olivares. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, 6D, discussion, consideration, and possible action to execute an agreement negotiated by the Deputy City Manager with Shell Energy.
Yes, Mayor, we're recommending the company for the light, and Mr. Cantu went back and forth, looked at a bunch of companies, and he's been looking at it for quite a while, and this company is the one that gave us the best rates. As you all know, the light, the kilowatts have gone up from what it was.
It's more expensive.
I think that they did a good
lights on.
job at getting us what they could at this point, and they will be looking for other rates, and so we're recommending that this be the company that go with.
Entertain a motion at this time.
That's a moment.
Have a motion to approve item 6D by Commissioner Ramirez. Second by Commissioner De Leon. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Next item is 7, planning. Letter A, discussion, consideration, and possible action for preliminary and final plat approval of Los Pinos subdivision.
Mayor, Commissioner, this is the plat itself. We have gone through the variances and discussed some of the items relating to this plat. But once it's approved, the plat gets recorded, and of course, but then we look at building plans and issue permits.
Okay.
This takes action?
I'm sorry?
It requires an action or just a...
Yes. Entertain a motion at this time.
I so move, Mayor, item 7A.
Okay, we have a motion to approve item 7A by Commissioner Escobedo. Have a second? Second by Commissioner Ramirez. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Milan.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
This time is item 8, executive session, chapter 551, Texas Government Code, section 551.071, section 551.072, and section 551.074, personnel matters. It is 7 PM.
To use the conference room TV.
Back from executive session, item 9, reconvene into regular session in consideration of action on matters discussed during executive session, including the following. There's no action on item 9A. There's no action on item 9B, and no action on item 9C. And any final announcements, grand opening for Wendy's tomorrow at 10:30. Anybody goes?
Friday.
No, Friday at 10:30. It feels like a Friday tomorrow. Friday at 10:30, here at Wendy's, grand opening, from what I understand. And don't quote me on this, free hamburgers for life for the first 100 customers. Just kidding, so don't take me seriously on that one.
Win free Wendy's for a year.
Yeah, okay, win free Wendy's for a year, according to the music prices. First 100 dine-in customers. And tomorrow, ribbon cutting too for Calabozo, I believe that's the correct,
5:30.
at 5:30. So with that, anything else, chiefs, any other announcements before we
Mayor,
for the day?
the great starting a new year, right?
2023 looks like it's gonna be an even bigger and better year. 22 was phenomenal when you're looking at the year in review. But 2023 is gonna be even better, considering we have a lot of ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings and everything that's coming to Rio Grande City. So it's gonna be a bigger and better year, 2023, and certainly looking forward to it. So with that, thank you to all the staff for your service, dedication, and commitment. Cannot stress enough that how important that is. Because we're in a great place, and everything is wonderful. So start looking for, the state of a city, we're already looking sometime in February, maybe mid-March. So you want to highlight your departments, and we'll do something similar to what we did last time, where the commissioners highlight certain departments and video and so on. But let's start highlighting any specific departments that you want to highlight. And I know it's just so much that we can't cover it all. But what are the highlights? It's just so many. So with that, we entertain a motion here to adjourn. We have a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Olivares. Second by Commissioner De Leon. All those in favor, signify by raising your right hand. Opposed, your left. Motion carried. Meeting is adjourned. It is 9:06 p.m. Thank you.